Hey y'all, Phil here. It's been quite some time since I've posted a video. It's been about 2 years since I posted my first video on YouTube, and about a year and a half since I posted my last one. I just felt like I was going a different direction, a different medium for my writing and my now poetry as well as my fiction writing, and the self help part just kind of fell by the wayside. Um, I didn't realize how much my videos really helped people. I only posted these videos to speak about what I was thinking and how I was feeling because I was basically giving myself advice. You know, it's it's funny how when you try and give someone else advice, how you're really just giving yourself advice. You're just doing it out loud. And I just kind of stopped doing these videos and did a lot more journaling, which is a huge benefit for my mental health and my psyche, and it's something I promote to everybody. I tell everyone to just start journaling, start writing, typing, however you want to do it. I personally love to write in cursive, so I just write it out. I like to see the visual, tangible form of my journals because I like to go back and flip through the notebook and see how I was feeling, days, weeks, or months ago, and try and piece together why I'm feeling a certain way and see if there's any sort of connection or pattern that's forming. And lately, there has been a huge pattern that's been forming that I've known for a while, and that's basically just I don't want to say seasonal affective disorder, which makes people very depressed when the seasons change. But every winter, whenever it gets cold and the sun goes down and isn't out as many hours as it normally is in the summertime, I do feel more depressed and I don't want to go out. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to eat right. I just kind of sit at home and journal about how I don't feel like doing anything. And I've been like this for the last couple weeks, and the last probably about 2 or 3 weeks, it's been real bad. Maybe even the last month. I've been sleeping way too much, and that's the main key factor that shows that there's something wrong with me is when I'm feeling good and I'm doing well, I kind of wake up ready to go, not tired, excited about the day, no matter what I'm doing. I mean, I could be having to work at the restaurant for the next 12 hours, but I'm awake, I'm ready to go. All I need is some caffeine and I'm there. But for the last month or so, I've been sleeping well over 8 hours a day, if not nine, sometimes 10. I've been staying up later, staying up till 3, 5 a.m. Just kind of watching TV and trying not to think, I guess. And then that coinciding with me sleeping for a very long time just kind of does not produce a very helpful mental aspect. I know what I have to do. I know I need to eat right. I know I need to exercise. Such a hard one to push yourself to do. I remember before when I was doing really well and I would wake up and before anything else, I wouldn't even let a thought pass through my mind. I would just throw on my running shorts, throw on my socks, my shoes, start stretching, and by the time I hit the door, I was going for a run. And I was doing upwards of 5+ miles, 3 times a week, and I felt great and I was doing well and I was running farther, I was running faster, and then, I hurt my knee, so I stopped running so much. But I also lost that pop in the morning. I didn't jump out of bed ready to seize the day. I just kind of laid in bed and looked at my social media and thought about how I could get away with not working out that day. I'll work out the next day. I'll do something at home, or I'll lift some weights, and I'll just put it off for another day and another day. And that's what happened this last November, December, almost all of January. So last 3 months. That's a long time to not be taking care of yourself. And I've done it a lot longer before. But it came to the point where I knew I was hurting myself. And I'm better than that. I love myself. I truly do. And in order to love yourself, you have to take care of yourself. And that's something that I had to change immediately. And it was just very simply just picking up some weights and moving them around and all different exercises. And the funny part was that I did it right before I went to work. And I did a lot of squats and some other leg exercises. And of course, I work in a restaurant, so I ended up walking, 5, 6 miles that night just from work. And I was so sore. And I woke up the next day and it was hard for me to stand up, hard for me to sit down. When you work out your glutes and you just like kind of fall into the couch instead of sitting down properly, that's where I was at. And I was hurting, but I felt good. The next day I woke up and I was sore, but I popped my eyes open and I was ready to do things. And then the day after that, I was supposed to go for a hike or do something, and I was like, no, I'm going to do it the next day. And I immediately knew that this is the pattern I don't want to fall back into. This is where I start losing myself. And the next day, I did give myself that one extra day of break just because I knew my body was still getting used to exercise again. And I didn't want to push too hard. And yesterday was that next day, and I went on a 8-mile hike with my pack. My pack weighed somewhere around 4-ish pounds, 23 and a half, 24 pounds. So nothing too crazy, but if you know me, you know I'm getting ready for the Pacific Crest Trail this April. Now, the Pacific Crest Trail runs all the way from the California-Mexico border through the Sierra Nevada mountain range, through Oregon, Washington, and then just a little bit into Canada. It's going to take about 5-6 months to do, and I physically am training for it, mentally as well. There's a lot of good reads out there. I am going to document my journey as well. I'm going to show those who cannot do the hike what it's about and kind of take it more of a different level, a meta level of talking about why I'm hiking and why I love nature instead of what I'm doing exactly. And so instead of showing you the me cooking food and what I'm eating and different things like that, it's more of how I'm feeling on the trail and how being out in the wilderness for so long is actually very beneficial for me, mentally, physically, spiritually. And I just would love to share this experience with you guys also. So definitely look for that coming up soon. I just feel grateful for being able to take these steps physically and metaphorically in this journey that I have now in front of me. I cannot wait to get out there. I can't wait to be myself and just kind of live on the road, but in the wilderness, and just take some time for myself. Be it 5-6 months, get some good writing done, some journaling, learn more about myself, and then, spread love and show gratitude to the world. So be grateful for everything you have, love everyone around you, and make this life the best that you can. That's Phil signing off. We've got some writing to do, obviously. Working on another novel, some short stories, some poetries. They'll be out soon, so look forward to it. Be careful.